development and development from a family. Now that's like frontline access negotiator and trainer and facilitator from the Center of Competence of Nigerian Negotiation, Geneva in Switzerland, with a 16-year working experience in diverse fields and domains. Former Council Development Officer for OPU, currently a researcher with the Ministry of Scientific Research and Innovation. Founder and CEO of As the Pope, Cameroon, the head office in Bamenda and the branch office in Yaounde. As the Pope is a humanitarian and non-profit organization. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Chieteh.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, for that wonderful introduction of my modest self. And there is one thing about me that I always like to stand on about it, which Mr. Chair has not said, which is given to me by virtue of my birth, my title, by virtue of birth, which is one not done. That's the title I hold by virtue of birth. And in this form, I can just identify about 3 of us with that same title. Myself, my junior sister, Langwai Elizabeth, my brother, Diam, and our uncle, Chairman. Those are the 3 titles. Those are the people holding that title.
What is here?
And another one there. Thank you, sir. Thank you. And our mother there can testify. She can testify. You know, in Coco, when you are one on top, and especially during celebrations in the palace, especially in those days that we were still back in school, when there is a funeral celebration in the palace, when we are about to leave school, you only came going home to give you back to remove your uniform, you dive straight to the palace with your friends. Your friends will follow. My friends usually follow me because they know I am the one on top. I will go to them when non-tops are seated. When they see us outside, they say, "One on top and we will leave." When they will give us enough food, we will eat,
I said it.
and then we'll start running behind Jujus, fighting to carry xylophones behind Jujus. That's a wonderful thing about it that I always stand on about it. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair, for that wonderful introduction, and all good to God to be respected. I want to take this special time to thank our elites and our fathers for taking this wonderful time, despite their busy schedule, to come give the youth a wonderful push in this Maiden Youth Summit. As earlier said, I am talking about community development and capacity building. In this wonderful summit. So we're going to have a plan of our work. We'll be looking at the objectives. We look at the concept of community development, the concept of community and community development. We will be looking at the role of youth in community development, the concept of capacity building, key strategies for capacity building, our expectation. We equally have to look at the role of youth, our expectation, and then the process. What then is the take-home message? And we will be concluding. So if we want to look at our objective, we start with our main objective. And our main objective says that to inspire and empower youth to actively participate in community development initiatives and to build their capacity to become effective leaders within our communities. Yes, we need to build our capacity because you can be willing and you're not capable and you will not do the right thing. That is why we need to build our capacity. And we'll see the various way we're going to. And specifically, we want to increase awareness. We want to let the youth understand that the development of the is in our hand. We need to create this awareness so that youth get up and take up responsibility for what is expected of them. And then we want to promote engagement. You know, we've come from different backgrounds. We've talked about diversity, and it would be wrong for you who is here to go back without being engaged, without taking a decision that I want to effectively participate when it comes to the development of our community. You don't need to be pushed. You don't need to be forced. You just need to take that willingness because of the community you're coming from. It's your role. It's a privilege that you must take it. And then we want to talk about enhancing skills. You cannot do, as I said, you need to enhance our skills. We need to build our capacity, and this can be through working sessions like this. This can be through formal education, it can be online, it can be on-site, it can be through collaboration. We need to build our skills. It can be through reading, it can be through practical experiences. We need to enhance our skills. And we need to foster collaboration. By fostering collaboration, what do we mean? We are here when we come from various places. As I said, it would be bad for you to go back home without having met somebody. All these elites seated here, they are great people. And it is a place for the youth when we come to workshops like this, when we come to places like this, do what we call networking. Networking. So that you can present yourself, I do this, and definitely there can be an elite here who can show you the way, who can give you a push with your vision, with your ideas, so that you can foster and go ahead. So that's why we talk about foster collaboration, which comes through networking. And then we instill a sense of responsibility in you, which is very important. We come of age and we do not want to remain in that era where we think that everything should be done to us. We are talking about community development today, and it is participatory. Today, the company is talking about participatory development, and that's why the government is pushing on the notion of decentralization, which is a process, which is not an event, where you have to show me what you can do. Now, in a community, we will not just sit and say everything should come from the council, everything should come from the state. There is a small bridge that we can participate, do something. And when we start doing it, the government will not see that, oh, these people are serious people. And that's how the government will come in to collaborate with us, to help us, to give us the resources that we need to do what we started with. So we're talking about participation, a sense of responsibility. We, the youth, we need to be responsible, take our decisions, do things that are right. Don't just wait that everything is given out to us, everything should be done to us. And when everything is done to us, we do not want it. There will be no sustainability because we will soon abandon it and provide resources. Yes, it is important for us to know what are the sources of money. Because when projects are identified, the next thing is to mobilize resources. How do we mobilize these resources if we don't know the sources of funding? We need to have a network of funders. What do they fund? Where can we go to get funds? And it's very important. So in forums like this, we are open so that we know various sources where we can mobilize our resources to be able to realize our objectives and our goal achieved. Then we empower our voice and expression. We need to rise up. We need to stand for what is just. We need to stand for what is good. We need to stand for what is true. We should shun hate speech. We should not align with things that do not build us, that do not build our community. So we need to have that power in our voice to say the right thing, to do the right thing, and express ourselves without fear nor favor. And so, what is a community? My sister talked much about community, and I will just not waste much of our time here. But what I want us to understand that communities actually is a place or a group of people who share common interests, struggles together, and have the same aspiration. It could be a neighborhood where you grew from. It could be your school, it could be your working class, it could be your friends, it could be anywhere that you grew and you people support one another. But we should just also know that community is not all about the geographical location. Yes, it could be where we are living together. It could be made up of diverse individuals with their unique talent, skills, and perspectives. And when we understand this diversity, as it has already been said, then we are capable and willing to face the challenges that are ahead of us. Community development then. And I started by talking that development nowadays is participatory. We no more talk of that we expecting that A do this or the company should do this. We can do it, and we are capable of doing it. And so it is participatory. And community development is about empowering individuals and groups to take control of their own life, of their own development, to work together, to address common challenges together. It is all about improving the quality of life that we live for everyone in that community. It's a process. Community development is a process. It's not an event. We are here today for an event, and by the event will be over. Now it is a process that can begin today, it continues tomorrow, and it can be intergenerational. So that is community development. We started building Oku, and Oku will continue to the next generation to come. And when they come, they continue building Oku. That is the process that we're talking about, and that is our community development. And it involves economic growth, it involves social growth, environmental sustainability, and our cultural awareness. It's important to recognize that community development doesn't simply happen overnight, as I said. It is a process and will keep on in the process. Now, what is the role of youth? We, the youth, we have the pivotal role when it comes to community development, because we have the energy, we have the power, we have the brain, and that we have initiatives that can propel our community from one level to another. We are young, we are unique, we have the opportunities, we have the influence, and we can drive positive change in our community. We have fresh perspectives, as I said. So we have innovative ideas. That is our role to build our community. I said that development is participatory, and so the youth, our role is that we participate in all the stages of community development, which begins from the decision making, and that decision making can be the village concentrated from this group. We start from decision making, where we, the youth, we participate in that decision making. We identify the problems in the community, do in this assessment. We go further to identify solutions. We do the feasibility studies. We do the resource mobilization, as I said earlier, that we need to participate to raise funds, generate money to do those projects, and the implementation. We should be there to follow up the project, do what we call monitoring and evaluation. And when we do all these things, it means we are part of the project. We identify ourselves in the project, and by so doing, we fund the project, and by so doing, we are sure that the project will be sustainable. If we can remember, if you're moving maybe from Bamenda to Yaounde, most often you will see some projects, maybe some markets that have been constructed by the state, and they are abandoned in bushes. In such projects, isn't it? When they see such projects, the reason being that the population did not take the project as their own. They did not participate in the project. They didn't contribute anything. They didn't participate in decision taking. They didn't participate in execution of the project, in the follow-up. And after that, when the project is constructed, they abandon the project. It's not their problem because they didn't take the project as their project. Example is being given of the project that was from the water project in the Borough community in the north, where the project, one humanitarian organization just brought a project, water project, and the population were not actually involved in that project. Portable pipe stand water were constructed in their verandas and around their doors. But can you imagine that these women, the Borough women, they will come out, they will abandon the water, the portable water that is standing in their door. They will move distance far off to carry water that is running from stream. Yes, they prepare to carry that one rather than this one. Why? Because maybe they were not involved in the decision taking. Maybe by their culture, they love to go far off to fetch water. So that in that process, they can be making their own or two was. Maybe that is what they did. And if they were involved, if they actually participated in the decision that we will do water, then maybe they would have given their suggestion, please don't put the taps here, but take it further away from our home. That is how the project becomes useful and sustainable. So we, the youth, it is our place to participate at every stage in our developmental projects so that we only take it over. The chair rightly said something that they are preparing to hand everything to us, the youth. Should they hand it to irresponsible youth? Should they hand it to people that are not willing to participate? Should they hand it to people hard-earned development, hard-earned achievement? They just take as hand to people that will abandon it, just like those people that they abandon it up and they going further. The answer is just no. And so we need to show a sense of responsibility before we are handed such responsibility. So how do we empower ourselves? We need to empower ourselves before we can do all this that I've been saying here. We need to empower ourselves. And this can be done through capacity building. Capacity building is a process of strengthening the skills, abilities, and resources of individual, organization, and community. It's about equipping people with the tools they need to succeed to make meaningful development. Capacity building enhance our skill, knowledge, and ability. It brings out the talent in you. Now imagine a toolbox for a plumbing toolbox. The water project is being realized in a community, in a village. And then, for those projects, they often give what we call the toolbox, the management policy, so that you can use it in case of any breakage, you can use to repair the standards. Now, with the toolbox, after a beautiful water project, the toolbox is given to the members of the project management committee. without their capacity being built, without their capacity being developed, the toolbox will mean nothing to them. A small puncture in the pipeline will make the village, will cause the village to stay for months without water. Something that if they have the skills, if they have the ability, the tools are there, they will just use it, run the small pipe, and they will have water. Then now they will just sit and be waiting for council to come, waiting for government to come, waiting for Yaounde to come, waiting for the elite to come and contribute money so that they pay the nation. That toolbox will mean nothing to them. There are various tools there with different functions. And so they need to build their capacity. They need to teach them that this one is good for this, this one is good for this, this one is good for this, before they hand them to make it sustainable. The same thing what we are talking about, capacity building here. If we do not build our capacity, we will make nothing. The tools will be there at our disposal, but they will make nothing for us. It will not save us anything. We will be there suffering, crying, waiting for Yaounde to come, while the solution is just around us. We need to write some, attend workshop, do personal research, go online, go to YouTube and Google videos about something that you have, that you skilled in, something you want to know, and you learn and you will know, so that we will not sit and be that dependent youth. So we need to build our capacity. We as individuals, build your capacity first before you wait for others to do it for you. So what are the strategies to build this capacity that we're talking about? The first one is education and skill. Setting over and over. You can get it through formal education, through informal education. You can go to school, you can do it online, hand-on-hand experience, grow knowledge of others, and do networking. As I said, we should not leave this place without doing your networking. Do your networking. Go closer to people, talk to people, talk with your neighbor, exchange contacts for professional purposes, not for any other purpose. For professional purposes. Exchange contact, go to this our area, talk to them, share with them your vision, tell them what the people of faith. By so doing, they'll help you in one way by just talking with somebody who builds your capacity. That person can be a mentor to you. So we have education, we have networking, we have active participation. Look at the bond. Our parents became there before some of the youth. So there is no active participation. We that we are here, we will go home better than before. There is no way that we can go home the way we came. We are going home with something. We are better than those who did not go. So we need to participate actively. And it's through that active participation that you can be able to build a wonderful capacity. You can be able to build a wonderful capacity. I want to take an example of myself. After my university studies, I did the law, pure law, common law, and common law has nothing to do with development. Common law has nothing to do with project. Common law has nothing to do with community work. But through continuous participation in such activities, I was following project and I would reject the project, I would do construction here and I come and say, sir, this is polygon. It's not as a specification in the contract because it has been through practical experience. And that was through active participation. I would follow project, I would come out with contract, I would design contract, bring different technical specification in the contract, and I follow all the execution and the control engineers may say come and take my report to submit to their funding ministry. So it's through active participation that today I'm talking about development. I'm not standing here to talk about law, which is my foundation, which is my education. My formal education is law, but I'm talking about development. And I've gained that skill through active participation. And we can equally get this through advocacy and leadership. You should not be afraid to speak, as I said. Speak if you know that this is right, and you stand for what is right, and you know that is faithful to what you're saying, your ideas, speak it out, bring it out, share it, discuss with one or two persons. And so that is how we do, and then our capacity will not be static. When we combine that this community development and capacity building, we create a powerful force that can bring change in our community. Yes, we can do all this. And how can we do it? Yes, we can. I titled this, Yes, we can. As Coco Youth, yes, we can. Yes, we can build trust and social cohesion. Yes, we can foster collective action and collaboration. The other speaker talked about collaboration, diversity. Yes, we can do that. We can foster it. Yes, we can develop local leadership and ownership on our project, on our development, contribute. When you give you 1,000 francs to something, I mean, that you will become part of that thing. You will be interested to know how they are managing the work. You will be interested to know if the development is going on. Yes, we can. Yes, we can, and until we the youth, because most often we the youth we consider that not out. When they don't have that contribution, youth are not employed, are not doing anything. But I sat one day and I just have a small calculation. The population of Cocoa is about 200,000. 200,000. And when there is other contribution, we have people that give 5 million, we have people that give 500,000, we have people that give 2 million, 100, and such a amount. And at the end of the day, we can raise like 50 million, right? We can raise like 50 million. We can raise like 50 million. But now, look at this population of Cocoa, which is getting to 200,000 in Africa. Imagine, and it's made up of the youth. The greater population of this population is made up of the youth. These youths are not accusing us. There was some kind of analysis that I was trying to do. The greater population of this Cocoa is made up of the youth. Many we the youth, we most often at times withdraw ourselves and think that we don't have anything to do. But in this population of 200,000, let's keep aside those who give 5 million, 1 million, and say everybody is participating and giving us 1,000. How much can we raise? We raise about 200 million. 200 million. Nobody will feel it. Nobody will feel the pains. Nobody will feel anything. 200 million. Is there anybody here that cannot raise 1,000 for a year? Obviously, there's nobody. So we the youth, we need to rise up. We need to take control. We need to participate. We need to get involved. I said, yes, we can. We can do it, and we can do it more better. Now, when we get that 1,000, those people who 5 million, with 1 million, with 500,000, with those the amount, can you imagine what we can raise from Cocoa? Cocoa become a great nation in Cameroon. We are great. Yes, we have been blessed by God. We have been blessed by the manpower, but we need to take responsibility to go ahead. Yes, we can enhance our skill and knowledge. Yes, we can increase access to resources and opportunities. The opportunities are there, but we just need to show up. We need to be consistent. We need to be committed, and we try innovations and creativity. So, what should we do then? We keep on listening and valuing diverse perspectives. We can talk about diversity. Listen and value diverse perspectives. Listen to one another. Share ideas. Don't monopolize everything. That if it is not my own way, it will not work. No, let's dialogue. Let's talk, and then we come with better ideas. And then we'll keep on building inclusive and equitable relationships. We've been talking about inclusivity. She started by presenting a picture of people, even them. In our development, if we do not make it to be inclusive, we will not go further, because the one I talk about inclusivity, we talk about resilience, environmental climate change. We involve persons with disability so that we can now go further, and then we foster a sense of belonging and connection, and we embrace complexity and uncertainty. And most importantly, at times we just celebrate successes. When we succeed, that's how we show everybody those that will succeed. But those moments that we're trying, we cannot snap it and send it to social media. So we should. Somebody that started something and failed is better than someone that has never started anything, because we learn from those mistakes, and you're better than someone that has never tried. So while we are celebrating those successes, we should remember and learn from our failures. And then how can we now do? How can we put this to practice? The youth, how can we do it? And say this should be our take home. We start by giving attention to and engaging in our community development. All that should not come, and then we always see the big people going, the elderly people going, the change that they are handing to us, and we need to be. If we are not available, they will sit on it, and then we the youth will still be the same people to be complaining, cry, say that, and they are always sitting on it. They don't want to give us opportunity. And when they ask, where are we? So where are we? Is it all about for youth? We are not there, so why should we keep on blaming them when we are not available? So we should get engaged, we should get involved. This one was supposed to be full, and then even, this was not even the right venue. Then now it's proven that it was the right venue, because we are not engaged. We need to start being engaged so that we stop blaming our leaders and our elders that they don't want to. And then we identify our strengths, assets, and areas of growth. And this can be done through focus group discussions, initial private abuse, consultations, meetings in the community, and forums. And then we keep on building partnership and collaboration, which is very important. when we come together as partners and we collaborate, we do great things. If more than what you can think you can do alone, we invest more on training. This has cost the company more money to organize what we're having here today, which is also like training because we will not go back home the way we came. We support local leadership and initiatives. You need to support the leader. Don't just think that you don't support that initiative or you don't support that leader, that when you be the one, you will do nothing. When you be the one, you will do nothing. So support the leaders that are there. And when you support them, you start with grace, you learn from them, so that when your own time will come, people will also support you and embrace flexibility and adaptability. And we are concluding by saying that community development and capacity building are essential for creating positive change in our communities. By empowering individuals and communities, we can build a brighter future for everyone. Let's work together to make it happen. As we wrap up, I want to leave us with this thought. Community development and capacity building are not just a responsibility. Yes, it's not a responsibility. We should not think that they are overloading us, but we should consider ourselves privileged to be doing what we are doing. It's happening in our generation. So that's a privilege for us. It's not a responsibility, a privilege for us that is not given to any other person. Not everyone is privileged to be here, and we are privileged to be here. So it's a privilege for us, and it's not just a responsibility. Remember, every big change, we must start from a small step. And we gather our friends, brainstorm ideas, we take action. Our journey to community development starts now. It is now that we need to start. We started some time ago, we need to continue and we need to rekindle the fire. We need to start burning more and more, and we go ahead. We need to do more better than we did before. The key is change. And the change is our mindset. We need to change our mindset as a group. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your energy, your commitment, shaping a better future for ourselves, our community. We have to move forward. Please, open yours. Let's get to work. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, for this brilliant presentation. I know that community development and capacity building, we need to increase awareness, enhance our skills, foster collaboration, and we need to participate at every stage of the development process. We should not be spectators in the development process, and also key stakeholders in this process. And for capacity building, we have to empower ourselves by formal education, active participation, advocacy, and leadership. And we know the process of learning never ends. We should keep learning. So community development and capacity building, the two of them can create a formidable and unstoppable force for development. Yes, we can. I want us to give another one our previous speaker in Latvia. And to clarify, here we are dealing with youth. And the first speaker was talking engaged. Second speaker engaged. Engaged here is participating in development, not be thinking of. If you are thinking of some other thing, you are talking there of development, not the other engagement, because I see people smiling when they are engaged. You will be engaged, not a detail, you can then go and get engaged after. Let us know the methods to the engagement. Thank you very much. We have two questions before we go to the discussion. Two pressing questions. Before the question, I want to acknowledge the presence of the representative of the Lord Mayor of the Lab Broadcast. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chieteh, congratulations for the brilliant presentation. I have a preoccupation following the full presentation. We are talking with the premise that the community question is very much available and ready to accept all these skills that go back to pass on them. Now, in a situation where a community is very hesitant, I'm happy when you define a community. Now, is do something, and then your community is educating, not welcoming. At times they even like the idea, and they don't like you. Now, how do you don't want to give up? How do you perform that stuff? No. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That wonderful question. You said it is a process and not an event. Meaning, and she said we need to be accepting and we are diverse. It's not everything that you start accept and welcome in. Now, there are people that will have an initiative, but there are people that will have to take that initiative. I can have an idea, and maybe because of maybe human being, maybe because of where I'm coming from, because of my family, because of my background, people does not easily buy that idea. And so I should also be smart, identify who is that together. So a form of an idea, what also that and it's not me, also ask about even if they go give a pioneer and then let someone also who can be accepted by the community take over from you. So it's not everything that will be accepted, but then when we are consistent, when we persist, we will keep on fostering, going further and further, standing despite the storm, and above all, pray. Pray to those who like you and those who don't like you. God also can touch their hearts and say them. The key things around you, the system should be consistent. We should equally identify people to work with. Collaboration, we talk about collaboration, we talk about partnership, and so we bring all this to play. There's no way, don't give up. Don't be selfish that it's my idea. You can be the initiator of that project, but let the name of another person check. Let's take the case of Senegal. The president of Senegal was not the main man. The main man is the vice president. The prime minister is the prime minister. The main man was the leader, and he told that no, if I give it to this man, he will take this thing for us. And that's why he said his friend. So we need to identify the people we have, look into our society, and people can take it and succeed. Now, if the prime minister insisted that my party as the main man, I must be the one to be elected president, maybe a different person would have taken over, and then he would not give you the prime minister. So I think that's what the people. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there any other? Okay.